We have breaking news at this time. The mayor of Minneapolis has spoken out following the horrific mass shooting at a school this morning. In his remarks, he blasted Republicans who offer thoughts and prayers to the victims and their families, offering instead a call to action. I'm David Reddish. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. Just to bring you up to date, this morning, Minneapolis, Minnesota was rocked by a mass shooting at the Annunciation Catholic School. Students there had gathered to attend Mass when a gunman opened fire on the congregation. At least 2 children are dead, and at the time of this report, 17 others are listed as injured. Take a look.
Families walked hand in hand with their young children, taking them away from Annunciation Catholic School after a shooting this morning. A heavy police presence is at the South Minneapolis school as the investigation begins into what happened. Sources tell CBS News the shooter, a male wearing all black, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Unfortunately, these entities have established security protocols in the event of an active shooter. So the church and the school would have had plans in place to try to mitigate any damage as quickly as possible. Once that suspect is identified, they will get a warrant for the individual's residence, the suspect's vehicle, and then very quickly start scrubbing that individual's mobile devices, if any are present, as well as social media. They do want to ascertain whether this individual was in touch with anybody else about the suspect's plans.
According to a school schedule, there was an all-school mass this morning. This was just the 3rd day of the school year for Annunciation Catholic School, which goes from pre-K to 8th grade. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
My Lord, those poor families. On behalf of everyone here at Occupy Democrats, our deepest sympathies to all those affected by this heinous act. The mayor of Minneapolis has asked us to forgo thoughts and prayers, and for good reason, so stay with me. Naturally, the thoughts and prayers refrain is the most predictable coming out of the Washington establishment at the moment. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has been in touch with the families to offer his personal condolences. A number of other politicians, including House Speaker Mike Johnson, have sent thoughts and prayers in the wake of the tragedy. That also includes Donald Trump, who, amid the shooting this morning, posted this remark to social media. I have been fully briefed on the tragic shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The FBI quickly responded, and they are on the scene. The White House will continue to monitor this terrible situation. Please join me in praying for everyone involved. If that offer of sympathy seems a bit rote, well, maybe it's because we've lived through one too many of these tragedies. There are already more than 200 mass shootings in the United States this year alone. Think about that. And yet the Republican Party, which controls all 3 branches of government, still refuses to support any kind of gun control reform or any kind of nationalized health service that would offer mental health counseling to prevent these kind of attacks. And if you're as angry as I am thinking about that right now, you are not alone. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey spoke to reporters this morning following the tragedy. Visibly shaken, he called for national action to prevent these kind of tragedies. He also blasted the empty platitudes of Trump and Johnson and the like. Now, this is a longer clip, but you'll want to see it all. Take a look.
There are no words that can capture the horror and the evil of this unspeakable act. Children are dead. There are families that have a deceased child. You cannot put into words the gravity, the tragedy, or the absolute pain of this situation. We are a Minneapolis family. But to everybody out there, do not think of these as just somebody else's kids. Those families are suffering immense pain right now. Think of this as if it were your own. Every one of us needs to be wrapping our arms around these families, giving them every ounce that we can muster. These were Minneapolis families. These were American families. And the amount of pain that they are suffering right now is extraordinary. And don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school. They were in a church. These are kids that should be learning with their friends. They should be playing on the playground. They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence, and their parents should have the same kind of assurance. These are the sort of basic assurances that every family should have, every step of the day, regardless of where they are in our country. I'm so deeply saddened, and I'm so sorry to the families that I know are suffering right now. My ask is to everyone, stand by them, love them. These families have forever been changed, and we've all been changed with them. We need to do everything possible to support them through this time. We have a family resource center that has been set up. I'm grateful for all of the law enforcement agencies from a number of different jurisdictions, all the different departmental support that we've received. They're going to be working tirelessly. There's also a family resource center that is being set up as we speak to make sure that we're there for everybody. Again, to the families that are suffering, to those that have experienced loss, I'm so deeply sorry. We're going to be with you every step of the way. We love you. This kind of act of evil should never happen, and it happens far too often.
Is he wrong? At this point, when children can't go to school or go to church without the threat of some maniac coming in and shooting up the place, how can thoughts and prayers ever be enough? Do thoughts and prayers make you feel safer? Do they address the easy access to guns and lack of access to mental health care in this country? Two circumstances that rest on the shoulders of the Republican Party. Why, after even surviving his own assassination attempt, can Donald Trump not do something to prevent this kind of tragedy? Trump has invaded Washington, D.C. in the name of safety. If he really wanted to do something to keep the American people safe, why can't he or any of his GOP wonks do something about the damn guns? In addition to hopes and prayers, let's all think about that one, shall we? This is Occupy Democrats.